Have you ever thought about how a single small misstep could completely change your life? For many older adults, one unexpected fall can lead to weeks in the hospital, a tough recovery, or even the loss of independence. The scary part is, it doesn't come with a warning. It can happen in an instant, during something as simple as walking to the mailbox or getting out of bed. But here's the good news: walking doesn't have to feel dangerous. With just a few small, practical adjustments, no expensive equipment and no gym membership, you can walk with more confidence and stability. In this video, I'll be sharing 6 powerful walking techniques that real seniors around the country use every day. These methods are recommended by physical therapists and aging specialists, and they're simple but incredibly effective. By the end, you'll not only know what these techniques are, you'll understand why they work and how they can make a real difference. So, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, or you're caring for someone who is, stick around. These tips could help you or your loved one walk safer, stronger, and with more control. And if this message resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Step 1. Head position awareness. It may seem like a small detail, but where you focus your eyes while walking has a huge impact on your overall stability. Think of your head as the engine of a train. Where it leads, the rest of your body naturally follows. Many older adults develop the habit of constantly looking down at their feet, believing it makes them safer from trips or stumbles. In reality, this posture often increases the risk of falling. When you keep your head tilted down for too long, your shoulders roll forward, your spine curves, and your center of gravity shifts. This not only throws off your posture but also narrows your ability to see what's coming up ahead, making you more likely to miss cracks, bumps, or uneven ground. A better approach is what physical therapists call the forward gaze rule. Keep your eyes directed about 10 to 15 feet in front of you for most of your walk, glancing down only when necessary. This simple shift helps your body stay upright, your steps stay more even, and your awareness stays sharp. Take Harold, for example, a 78-year-old retired mechanic who loved his daily walks. He often felt wobbly, especially when going downhill. After consulting with a movement specialist, he realized his habit of staring at his feet was pulling his body forward. By practicing with his eyes up and chin lifted, he noticed a dramatic change. His stride became smoother, his muscles relaxed, and his confidence returned. When your head is upright, your spine naturally aligns, your core muscles engage, and your balance improves almost effortlessly. So, if you often catch yourself staring at the ground, try this adjustment. Let your vision lead the way, not your fear. Sometimes, the key to steady walking begins with simply changing where you're looking. Step 2. Rediscover the rhythm of your arms. When people think about balance, the focus is usually on the legs and feet. But here's something many overlook: your arms play a surprisingly important role in how steady you feel. They act as your body's natural counterweights, helping you stay centered with each step. Here's how it works. As your right leg steps forward, your left arm should swing forward naturally, and the same goes for the other side. This gentle cross pattern creates balance, momentum, and stability without forcing your body to overcorrect. The problem is that many older adults gradually lose this rhythm, often without realizing it. Sometimes it's due to shoulder stiffness, sometimes from holding bags or canes, but very often it's simply from tension. When we're afraid of falling, the body stiffens up, and when the arms stop moving, balance becomes harder to maintain. Take Bernice, a 79-year-old retired teacher who began using a cane after a fall. She noticed her balance worsening over time, even though she thought the cane was helping. A physical therapist pointed out that her left arm never moved anymore; it was locked in place holding the cane. With a little practice, learn to let her free arm swing naturally while using the cane on the other side. In just a few weeks, she felt lighter, steadier, and much more confident. Here's what you can do. Keep your elbows relaxed, your hands loose, and let your arms swing comfortably at your sides. You don't need to force big movements, just a calm, steady rhythm is enough. And remember, even if one arm feels weaker or stiff, keep the other in motion. One swinging arm is far better than none. If this tip resonates with you, type 2 in the comments so I know you're following along. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the rest of these life-changing walking strategies. Your support helps us keep sharing insights that make aging stronger, safer, and easier. Step 3. Pay attention to how your feet land. Walking may feel automatic, but the way your feet connect with the ground has a big influence on your balance and stability. Over time, many older adults begin walking flat-footed or even landing on their toes first without realizing it, and this subtle change can actually make walking less steady. Here's how a proper step should look. Your heel makes gentle contact with the ground first, the weight rolls smoothly through the arch, and then your toes push off into the next step. This heel-to-toe pattern doesn't just look natural, it cushions your joints, keeps your body aligned, and reduces the chance of catching your toes on uneven surfaces. So why does this change with age? Stiff joints, past injuries, or simply fear of falling can cause people to avoid leading with the heel. Some even develop a shuffling walk, thinking it's safer. But the truth is, shuffling often increases the risk of tripping. Take William, a 74-year-old gardening enthusiast. After tripping multiple times on his porch, he realized he wasn't lifting his feet properly anymore. With guidance from a therapist, he practiced slow, deliberate heel-first steps while holding onto his kitchen counter for support. Within a couple of weeks, his legs felt stronger, his knee pain eased, and his stride became steadier. He wasn't moving faster, but he was moving with more control and confidence. When you lead with your heel, your calves activate, your hips move in sync, and your entire leg works as one coordinated system. It brings your body back into rhythm. Here's a simple exercise you can try. Walk barefoot across a towel on the floor. Focus on feeling your heel, arch, and toes connecting in sequence. At first it might feel unusual, but with practice, it becomes second nature. And once your body remembers this pattern, your risk of falling quietly decreases, sometimes without you even noticing. Step 4. The power of small steps. It might sound almost too simple, but the size of your steps has a huge effect on balance, especially as you get older. When we were younger, long strides felt natural and effortless. But with age, stretching too far forward can quietly put you at greater risk. Here's why. When you overreach with a big step, your weight shifts backward, pulling your center of gravity out of line. This places extra stress on your knees and hips and slows down your reaction time if you slip or stumble. In other words, those long strides can actually make walking less safe. The solution? Shorter steps. Compact strides help keep your weight centered over your feet, your movements more controlled, and your connection to the ground stronger. With shorter steps, your body reacts quicker, and your muscles work more efficiently because they're not constantly trying to correct your balance. Think of toddlers just learning to walk, small steps, arms out, focused on staying steady rather than moving fast. That same principle still applies in later years. Stability always comes before speed. Here's a tip you can try. Walk at your usual pace and count your steps over 10 seconds. Then repeat with slightly shorter steps. If your step count increases, that means you're moving with more control. And if you use a cane or walker, the same rule applies. Keep it close, not far ahead, and match it with shorter, steadier steps. If you're still with me and finding these insights helpful, drop a 4 in the comments so I know you're here. Step 5. Your core is the key to balance. When most people think about walking safely, they immediately picture strong legs. But the truth is, real balance starts at the center of your body, your core. This includes the muscles in your abdomen, lower back, and hips. Together, they work like a built-in support belt, keeping your spine upright and your body steady with every step. When the core is weak, everything else has to overcompensate. Your legs tighten, your posture slouches, and your walking pattern becomes unstable. That's often when stumbles and falls sneak in. The encouraging part? You don't need a gym membership or strenuous workouts to strengthen your core. Small, gentle actions can make a noticeable difference. For example, stand near a counter or sturdy chair, lift one foot just a few inches off the floor, and hold it for 5 seconds. Then switch sides. This simple move wakes up your core and trains your body to focus on balance. You can also activate your core during everyday routines. While walking or even brushing your teeth, gently pull your belly button toward your spine for a few seconds. It's subtle, but it engages the right muscles without anyone even noticing. Take Mrs. Evelyn, an 81-year-old who began adding these mini core exercises while waiting for her tea to steep. Within weeks, she noticed she no longer felt wobbly on her morning walks. Smiling, she said, "It's like my body remembered how to stand tall again." So don't think of core strength as something reserved for athletes or younger people. It's your secret weapon for moving with control. A strong center creates balance, and balance brings freedom. Step 6. Awareness of floor patterns and transitions. One of the most overlooked causes of falls in older adults isn't a missing handrail or a loose rug. It's the subtle changes in flooring that the brain doesn't fully process in time. As we age, our ability to quickly adapt to shifts in surfaces, textures, or lighting slows down just a little. A darker hallway, a shiny tile, a change from carpet to wood, all of these can momentarily confuse your depth perception. And all it takes is one delayed reaction to lose balance. Think about the transition from carpet to hardwood. The sound changes, the texture feels different, even the temperature beneath your feet shifts. If your focus drifts for even a second, you may misstep without knowing why. That's why therapists often recommend a simple but powerful habit: silently naming the surface you're about to step on, saying to yourself, tile, rug, or step up. It might sound unusual, but this small mental cue helps your brain prepare your body for the change. Be especially cautious with high-shine floors, since reflections can create the illusion of uneven surfaces. And if you wear bifocals, take extra care around stairs and curbs. Lenses can distort depth just enough to throw you off. Remember, even small shifts deserve your full awareness. The more intentional your steps become, the safer and steadier you'll feel. If you found this helpful, type a 6 in the comments to let me know you're here. Getting older isn't just about aches or stiffness, it often brings a quiet fear. Fear of falling, of losing independence, of not being able to get back up. But here's something important to remember: small daily choices can restore big confidence. The 6 walking techniques we covered today aren't complicated. They're simple, natural movements your body already knows. You're not learning something brand new, you're reminding your body of its built-in wisdom. When you practice them consistently, something powerful happens. Your risk of falling decreases, yes, but even more importantly, your sense of control comes back. You stop moving like you're fragile, and start walking like you're free. It's not about walking perfectly, it's about walking with purpose. Every small adjustment, lifting your chin, swinging your arms, taking shorter steps, adds up to something bigger. So let this be your reminder: you are not fragile, you are adaptable, you are strong, and every step forward is a quiet act of resilience. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 habits spoke to you the most? Is there one you'll start trying tomorrow morning? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else who's watching this. And if this video gave you value, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone you care about. Your support allows us to continue creating content that uplifts, informs, and encourages positive living in later years.